What is up, guys? How is everybody doing? I decided to do a fun little collective reading today, and the chat is open for everybody to chit chat with us. I'm gonna wait probably just a little bit so we can like hang out and chit chat for like 5 minutes, just give some people some time. Hey, how are you? To get in here, because I know I had it scheduled for 3:45. It's 3:33 right now, so that's awesome. It just turned to 3:34 as soon as I said that. But if you see me, hello Autumn, that's awesome, right? If you see me looking over here, it's just because this is where my monitor is, and so like the screen's a little bigger. But wow, look at everybody. It's like my OG gang. That's awesome. That's so cool. Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, I really want to do a collective reading because things right now are absolutely insane. I think that's kind of an understatement. So I just wanted to do a reading for the collective, not just any zodiac sign in particular. Let me shut this door a little bit more and tell this crazy dog to hush herself really quick. Bella, baby. Bella. Be quiet. Okay, we're back. So, sorry, I got like one up here with me. Hello, my dear. And I have the other one downstairs. And just so y'all know, if they start barking like crazy in like the next like 20, 30 minutes, it's just because my other half's about to be home and they'll always bark when he comes in the door. But yeah, so I'm going to give it probably like 5 minutes and then we will start the collective reading just so people have some time to get in here. But let's kind of talk about the astrology that's going on right now. I'm going to do this the same way I would do a collective or energy shift reading for my Patreon channel. So if you're interested in seeing how Patreon works, that's a good little tidbit on how to do it. Yeah, if you're feeling up, down, all around, and like you're losing your mind, I'm right there with you. Like nobody's exempt from it. Nobody's exempt from it. My best advice would to be really ground yourself and remember to breathe. Remember to breathe, right? The breath of life, okay? Remember to breathe, but also to remember that we can't control other people. We can't control the external world. You can only control yourself, your thoughts, your actions, your reactions, right? And you know yourself best, right? You know when you're working from your ego, your hurt, and your pain, and you know when you're working from a place of peace. And what can you do for yourself to bring you back to that place of peace? Like I know for me, anytime, not to get preachy on you, but anytime like I'm feeling really stressed or overwhelmed, like getting into my work, into my spirituality, into my faith really helps ground me again. Or going to the gym or exercising really grounds me again. Or like yoga or listening to a meditation really helps me. So like a practice of mindfulness where I connect like my mind with my body really helps bring me back down from basically an overactive state, right? A trauma body or a, dysregulated nervous system, right? Because I was actually reading about the vagus nerve today, and I'm not going to get into all that, but look it up. If you think that you have a lot of anxiety lately, or if you have a really high heart rate, or if you're struggling to have an appetite, or if you have like tunnel vision, you get lightheaded a lot, and you're just having like anxiety attack, like check out the vagus nerve. Maybe do some cold therapy, sit in a tub of ice for a little bit. I'm not a doctor, so don't take my advice. Check with your healthcare professional. Disclaimers are all in the description box. You can't hold me liable or sue me for anything that I'm saying, basically. Okay. Just speaking my thoughts here. But let's look at the astrology. Okay. For the world. So right now, chart for now. We have the sun in Aries, which we know is the sign of self. Happy Aries season, everybody. With the sun in Aries, the sun is not home in Aries. It's actually home in Leo, but With the sun, it's powerful in Aries, right? Mars is home in Aries. This is really a good time to start manifestation. It's a really good time for projects. It's a really good time to start new things, especially because we just had the spring equinox. We also have the North Node and Uranus, both in Taurus. We have the South Node in Scorpio. We know that. We have the Moon in Sagittarius today. We have Pluto in Capricorn still. Okay? In Aquarius, we have Mars in Aquarius, Venus in Aquarius, and Saturn in Aquarius. So we have the masculine and feminine energy, Mars and Venus, hanging out in Aquarius still. Okay? They've been there since, I want to say like the end of last month, beginning of this month. When was that? This is the beginning of this month, right? I believe so. Right, patrons? I think so. But with masculine and feminine energy being in the sign of freedom, Aquarius, right? Wanting to break out of the old ways of being. That's most likely where a lot of this anxiety is coming from, because we also have Uranus. Uranus is in Taurus, okay? And Uranus in Taurus is very stubborn, and Uranus is like revolution and awakenings. But then we also have Neptune, home in Pisces, which is distortion and illusion. And Mercury, the mind's planet, right? Our thoughts and intellect and the way we perceive things. And Pisces, and watery emotions. So we have revolution and awakenings hanging out in Taurus, Uranus, right? We have masculine and feminine and air, Aquarius. And then we have Jupiter, Neptune, and Mercury. This expansive Jupiter hanging out with delusional Pisces and Neptune, hanging out with Mercury, the mind's planet. All in Pisces, water. A little shaken up right now. And then we have the sun in fire. Hey, Kathleen. So, because of all these big hitters hanging out in Pisces right now, and all this Aquarius energy we have, there's a need to balance this higher consciousness energy, because Neptune's home in Pisces. Neptune is distortion, it's illusion, it's fantastical energy, and it's making us question what's real and what's not real, okay? And then we have the need for the collective to balance their dualities. Okay, how do I push, and how do I receive right now? Should I be creating something, or should I be allowing myself to be present in my physical body? The best way to go about this, and this is what the full moon in Virgo was teaching us, is to learn how to be in the physical and listen into your intuition. And when you get too much in the air, in the mind, Mercury, which is in Pisces right now, or Aquarius, working too hard from distorted masculine or feminine, the air sign, right, of your dualities. Ground yourself in your body, so you're not working from the ego or the trauma body or distorted energy, and you're working more so from your authentic energy. I know, it's a lot, but it's a lot right now because we're at the beginning of the new zodiac wheel. We're entering into a brand new cycle, and we're being challenged as a collective to, hey, let me just be my real self and tell everybody that I'm kind of losing my shit right now. I just want to be alone. I really just kind of want some space. It's not that I want to break up. I don't want to end this relationship, but I'm struggling internally because there's a lot of change going on, and I don't see it in the material world. It feels like it's going on inside of my head, and I feel it coming into the material world, but it hasn't materialized yet. So what the fuck is going on? That's basically what's going on. Yeah, just buckle up and come next month on the 1st when we have the new moon. Things will get a little bit easier and they're going to start moving forward. But March is absolute chaos because Neptune's home in Pisces and it's with Jupiter, and Jupiter likes to expand things. It's not that Jupiter's all the time good. Jupiter will expand mold. Jupiter is going to expand illusion and distortion and confusion. Neptune, right? And Mercury. So... just buckle up. We got it. Let's give it like 2 weeks. It's going to be gone. Just 2 weeks. 2 weeks of a little craziness and everything's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I promise. But right now, you need to take care of you. You need to take care of you. If you're in conflict with people, don't try to resolve it right now. Just don't. It's going to be like banging your head against the wall because nobody's going to see anything clearly because they're going to be like teeter-tottering constantly. It's just give it some space. Let the dust settle. Let the dust settle. A little goose fraba. Okay? And you're going to know who to let go of, who to hang on to, who to reconcile with, what to invest in, what not to invest in, what to keep and what to toss, what to trim, what not to trim. Okay? Okay. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. I could have kept going. I really could have. Okay. Let's talk about the serious side of this. So the collective's going through, sorry, this just is like, there's so much going on. The collective's going through a really big awakening. So if you're starting your spiritual journey and you're kind of like questioning like Lemuria, Atlantis, like how do I shift into a higher state of consciousness? If I'm going into a meditation, is it normal for me to feel like my hands are twisting, or is it normal for my head to hurt or to be really nauseous right now or to feel really dizzy? If you're feeling really dizzy, it means you're not grounded. You need to ground your energy. You're most likely holding on to energy from the external that's not actually yours. That happens a lot when people are starting energy work, if they're doing tarot, if they're doing Reiki sessions, or if they're around a lot of people and they're starting to raise their own state and they're not protecting themselves. And now that you've raised your state, you're opening yourself, right? But you're not shielding yourself properly. So now that you're open, you're kind of like a tunnel, right? A little funnel taking in everything around you, like a little vortex, because energy moves in a vortex, right? And so the collective's becoming really sensitive. And so if you're in a high state of anxiety a lot and you're not sure why, you might be taking in a lot of energy from the people around you, even your pets, your family members, your job, television, right? Just the music, things that you're consuming, overstimulated. You need to really shield yourself, or literally visualize bringing your higher self back into your body. Ground yourself into your physical and shut down your chakra system. Like, reground it. Because you're probably spinning yourself out of control, opening yourself up for all these meditations, trying to raise your state, but you're not bringing yourself back down. Everything has cycles. Even your energy system has a cycle. We go to sleep, we wake up. It goes to sleep, it wakes up. You can't keep it open all the time. It needs sleep. Your body needs sleep, okay? You keep it open all the time, it's going to get burnt out. It's going to manifest physically as anxiety, illness, sick stomach, headaches, nausea, right? Not knowing what to eat. Am I eating the right things? Caffeine. You can't tolerate your coffee anymore. It's making you sick. It's making your vision blurry. Just saying. Okay. Now we can start the reading. Let's get into animal spirit. Tarot doesn't read your fortune. It doesn't read your fortune. I literally said fortune teller. Tarot doesn't read your fortune. Tarot reads current energy. It reads the energy that you're manifesting into the world, right? Into the universe, into whatever label you want to slap on it. It reads the current energy. It reads a timeline. It doesn't read the future, right? Because your free will can change that. Literally was like, heard fortune teller. Made me die laughing. Because when people are like, what's my fortune? Well, it's whatever you're manifesting right now, whatever you're expecting to happen. Yeah, be playful. Be playful. It's in reverse. This is like a high state. This is a high state of anxiety. It's a high state of worry, of concern. I literally heard turmoil. Okay, so this is a touchy one. If you're struggling with the things going on in the world, right, and are struggling on how to receive it or filter it, and struggling on how do I stay positive when I know that the world at large is going through such turmoil, right? So much change. And that's very difficult. It is very difficult. You're one small domino in the big domino effect. It has to start somewhere, though. It has to start somewhere. Instead of us contributing to that sadness, to that upset, to that turmoil, we can contribute to the shift in it, to the breaking of that chain, to the breaking of that pattern, right? In whatever way you can. I'm not saying to walk around and being like, I'm living light all the time, right? I'm not saying to walk around like flashing your titties or whatever you think needs to be done, right? I'm just saying, move in the way that's authentic to you, that allows you to free yourself from holding on to that, right? To help you shift into that state that you need to be in for your own mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health, okay? And from there, you'll see with clarity on how to help things external from you, right? Because it's one step at a time. How can you hold space for others if you're not holding it for yourself, right? Okay, be playful. It's the energy of 6, too. It's 51. Wait, no. Yeah, it's 51. It's energy of 6. This means that it's a struggle to receive. It's a feminine energy. So 6 is the 6 of Pentacles energy to me. It's Taurus energy, which is also Empress energy, which is that feminine energy. This is a codependent energy or people-pleasing energy. I want to help. I want to save everybody around me, right? Putting others before yourself, okay? Time and a place. But if you're always thinking of the external and neglecting the internal, it's going to manifest eventually into illness, okay? I'm not saying like a physical illness, but you might feel tired, you might feel depleted, okay? It's a ripple effect. Your finger in the water creates the ripple. You need to have a finger first, though. Don't go chopping it off, because then there's no ripple. Poopy example, but hey, it worked. Ant Spirit, card of collaboration, card of building. One small ant, large humankind, right? Time to collaborate. The number 1. It's the beginning, Aries season, right? 1, the start of the cycle. And then you have Armadillo Spirit. You want to know what this is? Set healthy boundaries. 3, 1 to 3. 3 of Pentacles, collaboration, right? Between 1 and 3 is the number 2. The need for balance of dualities. When do I push, put my foot on the pedal? When do I take it off and serve myself, right? When do I give? When do I receive or self-care? How do I balance these two things? Venus and Mars hanging out in Aquarius, the sign of freedom, of liberation, right? Of self. It's almost like the collective questioning morally. Am I obligated to do these things and self-sacrifice myself because it's what is expected of me? Right? So, yeah, Lex, that's weird. That's weird because we were just talking about that. 51. That's really weird. And it's the first card, too. That's crazy. And you have 54. Skunk Spirit. Know your worth. Exactly. Know your worth. It's just because something is expected of you on a grand scale. Like, this is the grand scale of things that we're talking about. And it doesn't have to be just in regards to what's going on in the world, right? Because it was not my intention at all to talk about this. Because to be quite honest, I don't really watch anything. I'm very ignorant to it all. And I'll honestly say that because I'm not going to blow smoke up anybody's ass. With Skunk Spirit, know your worth. It's this energy of value yourself. You're not required to self-sacrifice because of what your family or friends or people from high school think of you, right? If you want to act a certain way to run your business, then run your business. If you want to quit your corporate job and start a tarot business and you're too scared to post on Instagram because of what the people in high school might think about you, then you're limiting yourself from your own life experience. Know your worth. Is your life experience worth that self-sacrifice? Is it worth it? How many times do we self-sacrifice out of the fear of judgment of other people? It's the need to set boundaries for ourselves, for the people that we encounter, right? For our relationships. It's knowing when to work with a higher power, when to work with ourselves, and when to work with other people. Collaboration isn't just with other people. When you're going to collaborate with yourself, with your own mind, with your own spirit, with your higher power. There's different forms of collaboration, and have fun with it. Explore it. How much effort do you put into yourself and your relationship with self? And how much effort do you put into the romantic relationship that you're freaking searching for on these tarot readings on YouTube? You know? You know what I'm saying? Been there, did it. That's how I got into tarot. I was like, oh my gosh, my lover. Wait a minute, what about me? And then one day it switched. I wanted to get to know myself as much as I was like seeking and searching for that person. Been there a long time ago, but been there. Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. Turtle Spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. And Bee Spirit. Sweet results await. This is the Tower moment. This is the Tower moment. But Spirit has a plan. This is the Tower moment right here. These last three. This is the shift. Because this is kind of like the awakening. This is where the collective is right now. It's kind of this energy of, what do I do? Where do I want to go? It's the questioning everything. Like, should I set that boundary? Should I apologize? Should we communicate? Should I do this? Should I move there? Should I not go there? It's all of these questions on what's right and what's wrong. What do I believe? What do I not believe? Right? And it's breaking down the old paradigms. That's what the collective's going to. And that's what Mercury, Jupiter, and Neptune are all doing in Pisces right now. It's the head conflicting with the heart. It's what the heart's pulling you toward, but the head's questioning, because the head can question the emotions, and that's okay. It's making you think and get to know yourself on a deeper level. And that's a good thing, because then you're going to become more aware of your intuition. Like, am I really feeling this, or is this an old hurt part of me? Is this my ego? Oh, wow. Shannon, that's the name of my ego. You little bitch, you wanted me to think I was scared. I wasn't scared. I just wanted an excuse to run away because it was making me feel vulnerable and uncomfortable, and I told myself I was scared, but I really wasn't. I just wanted a reason to skedaddle. Right? It makes you think about it. And that's the plan. It's the awakening. It's the integration. Okay? Cool. Bottom of the deck. You would have 66. This is my, like, High Priestess energy. And High Priestess is Pisces energy. And it's in reverse. It's the clarity. Okay, cool. Trust in the magic. Yeah. Doesn't it even look like a High Priestess kind of bird? It does. It's kind of like, ooh, look at my little, like, frilly little High Priestess little chest thingy. Okay, cool. Let's get into it. Let's clarify. What do I want to clarify with? Let's do... There's so much going on here. Yeah, let's do Golden. This is really strange that we're using this deck. Golden Universal Tarot. Universal Tarot. It's literally, it was just like, forget the past. Like, forget what you think you know. Forget what you think you know. Right? Allow yourself to be a blank canvas. Allow yourself to explore and discover new things. And that's okay. It's okay to do that. Let's look at be playful. And for some of us, this would be me. I would fall into this bucket. I never even thought about this till right now. If you're used to being the teacher, like if you're used to being the guide, you might struggle with this energy because you're used to being in control. You might have to give up control and allow yourself to be a student in some aspects at this time. And that might be uncomfortable for you. But that's the shift from being masculine to feminine, from leading to receiving. It's the lesson of the dualities and giving that freedom to yourself. The freedom of your masculine to flow into the feminine. Okay? Let's just be mindful of that. Okay. Let's look at Sandpiper Spirit, the Be Playful for the collective. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Pentacles, And Strength. Yeah, here you are breaking down the old foundations. 10 of Pentacles is foundations, it's contracts, it's way of beings, it's family, it's living, it's jobs, it's finances. It's the things that you thought would last the test of time are crumbling. It's kind of like, what the fuck am I doing with this right now? Do I repair it or do I let it go? Should I waste my time repairing it? Is it a waste of time to repair it? Is it worth repairing? Was it meant to break down? Or what is going on? And in Strength, you're being supported through the ending. It's having the fortitude, right? Having the ability, the resilience to move through this, because between the 10 and the 2 is the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. It's not meant to be repaired. There's no more work to be put into this. It's just the resistance to let it go. And the universe is like, I'm giving you the strength to just let it be. Stop banging your head against the wall. Stop doing it. Just let the dust settle. Let the dust settle. You don't have to, you're not being forced to make a decision right now in this moment. You're not. At least not in this moment because you're watching this. So, you know. Let's look at Ant Spirit. Time to collaborate. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it's not with other people. You're not meant to collaborate with other people. It's not other people. It's with yourself. It's with your higher power. Like I said, 3 of Pentacles in reverse. It's this idea that, well, I'm meant to build this with them. I'm meant to do this with them. You don't have to do it with them right now. You don't have to do it with them right now. You don't. You don't. You can take the time before you... It's like if you think you're obligated to let them into your life, if you think you're obligated in some way to allow them into your space or into your business or into your finances or into whatever, right? Into your pants. I don't really care what it is. You're allowed to take time for yourself and say, am I doing this for me or am I doing this for them? Is this compromising my integrity? Is this something I'm comfortable with? Is it something that I'm doing because it resonates with me and is true for me? Is it something that I'm doing because it's good for both of us? Is it respectful to them too? Like, are you asking yourselves these questions, or are these impulsive decisions because there's a fear of abandonment or a fear of hurting this person or a fear of rejection, and so you want to please this person and allow them to be part of whatever it is that they're wanting to collaborate with you with? Right? You don't have to make this decision right now. You don't. What you need to do is collaborate with yourself. Sit with yourself and just breathe. Maybe not even think about it. Just breathe and say, you know what? I love myself enough right now to give myself this space from drilling my brain about it, to allow myself a break. And I'm proud of myself for that. To give myself peace. Okay? Let's get another. Yep, Page of Cups and the King of Cups in reverse. This is distorted masculine energy. It's time to be honest with yourself that this is rooted in distorted masculine energy. Wanting to control the situation, right? Wanting to control it, wanting to have it move in a certain way, having an expectation about it, and wanting that expectation to play out exactly how you see it. And it's not going to. Because you need to start to be honest with yourself, right? Page of Cups. Be honest and authentic with yourself about... Sorry, these cards are shiny, so they're like a little hard to see. About what you really want and why you want that, okay? Let's look at Armadillo Spirit. Set healthy boundaries. Okay. This is the Emperor. I don't know why in this particular deck, like the Emperor always comes off to me as the Hierophant. I always feel the need to like check it again. Like it just always comes off really... They made them like so similar in this deck and they're not labeled. So give me 2 seconds. I just always like to double check it because it kind of like messes with my head, honestly. It's the only deck I have this problem with. Where are you? Oh wait, here's the Hierophant. Okay, no, so it is the Emperor. Okay, I was like, just want to make sure. Okay. I was losing my brain there for a second. Emperor. Because I was like, I'm pretty sure the Emperor is 4. Okay. Emperor. This is happening because it's trying to upgrade you into divine masculine energy. It's trying to help you learn healthy masculine energy instead of distorted masculine energy, which is a really good thing, right? Learning to release control, learning how to allow people the freedom to choose what they want to choose, and you come to a place of acceptance of like, okay, you can choose what you want to choose. I'll choose what I want to choose, and it's not out of spite. It's just because, well, if that's what you want, it's what you want. And if we're going to compromise, we compromise, and that's great. And if we can't compromise on something, then we both just have the freedom to choose our own path, and that's a good thing too. Let's look at set healthy boundaries. Yes, Seven of Cups. You're going to get clarity once you shift into this healthy masculine energy. That was on the Armadillo Spirit to begin with. Yeah, this is a long time coming. Yes. Okay, you're going to have a second chance at something here. The Star and the Ace of Pentacles. Some of you, some of you it's an engagement. If you are in a really long-term romantic relationship with somebody, it might be a long-term partnership that is getting repaired, or you're like getting over a very difficult hump and you're finally moving into the divine masculine and feminine energies of this cycle, which is really, really nice because you're learning how to communicate better. You're learning how to communicate with it's not just like integrity, but it's like mutual respect is what you're moving into, which is really, really good. It's going to take some time though. It's going to take some time because you kind of need space. You need space. There's like this overwhelm between both of you, and it's not because of the relationship. It's because the individuals. Both individuals have too much going on internally because you're both going through your own shifts. You just need to honor that. Yeah. Ace of Swords in reverse. It's the removal of the false face and the wounded child. Yep, and the deception, Seven of Swords in reverse, and the lovely devil. Rawr, rawr, rawr. Capricorn, Pluto. Pluto's in Capricorn right now, okay? Let's look at Know Your Worth. This is the surrender. I literally just heard surrender. Three of Wands in reverse. This is, okay. Somebody is very hesitant to take a leap of faith here. It's like, I literally hear like, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can. It's the fear getting in the way. Yeah, Five of Wands. Between the 3 and the 5, it's, yeah. Because the Five of Wands is a card of like confidence and determination and like wanting to move forward. And the Two of Wands, the 5 minus the 3, gives you the 2. It's like the fear of making the choice of like, can I really step into this new path? Like, I feel like it's something they're doing together. Yep, Five of Swords. It's kind of... But if they don't do it, they feel like they're letting this person down, like they're betraying them, like they're stabbing them in the back. Like if I leave or if I abandon you, like, am I betraying you? Because I know our plan was to do this together, and like now I don't really want to do it together anymore. That's kind of what it feels like, honestly. Yeah, Hermit in reverse. It's the card of ghosting. For me as a reader, the Hermit in reverse is someone who ghosts. They're kind of like, I want out. I want to dip. This is, I feel like this is the masculine energy, and masculine does not mean it is a man. This could be a woman who's a masculine energy. Like, that would be me. I'm a masculine energy. This is someone who has a runner mentality. Like, when they don't have control of a situation, they're like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen here, and I've given you all the control. That makes me uneasy, so my form of getting control is just running. I'm going to run. And actually, I'm not going to say I'm going to run. I'm just going to say, you know what? I don't think this is working anymore. And my ego is going to tell me that there's all these things that are wrong that really are not wrong. And I'm just going to make that the reason as to why I'm leaving. When in all reality, it's that I was uncomfortable with taking a leap of faith because I didn't have control. And it made me feel insecure and unsafe. Okay? Okay. That's like a koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. Fear is freedom is literally what I heard. Fear is freedom. False evidence appearing real. Fear. False evidence appearing real. F-E-A-R. Fear. False evidence appearing real is freedom. When you realize that. When you recognize... Yeah, Three of Swords in reverse. When you recognize your fears and your insecurities, that's the freedom in it. That's the freedom in it. Because you see it. Because you see it. Yep. Okay. Some of you, this is healing like a mother wound or an infidelity wound or both, because the Queen of Wands to me is like the nasty mom or the other woman, especially like in reverse. I mean like a Queen of Wands in reverse, and in the world means like it's an old cycle with the Three of Swords here. This is what you're healing, and Spirit has a plan. It's overcoming this. So if you have like a fear of like rejection or abandonment due to like another woman or a nasty mom energy or something of that sort, the Queen of Wands in reverse is a very degrading feminine energy to me as a reader. It's someone who's very manipulative. It's a very controlling energy, and this feels like something that might have been mirrored throughout this relationship, like two controlling energies. This is something that's been coming up a lot in a lot of the collective readings, and even personal readings, like this need to control one another because of just wanting to feel safe, wanting to feel secure right now because so much change is going on. Yeah, Ten of Swords, it's done. Judgment. Exactly. That cycle's done. And Spirit's just trying to get rid of this need for control so both people can just live on their path. Judgment. It's beautiful. That's a great thing. Because when both people realize like, oh, I can't control you and you can't control me, and we just kind of got to go with the flow right now. We just got to allow this to take its own course, and you got to allow me to be who I want to be, and I need to allow you to be who you want to be. And I just need to accept that instead of trying to mold you into the partner that I thought you were going to be, or you mold me into the partner you thought I was going to be, or the daughter or sister or brother or cousin or aunt, uncle, husband, wife, coworker, whatever you were wanting to be molded in or mold another in. You can't mold people, and you shouldn't try to, because then you're constricting them. And then you repeat this whole lesson of control. And it's just going to be mirrored back to you. And that's what leads to this Aquarian Fool energy. Let me be free. Because the more you try to squeeze something, the sponge theory, the more it's not going to work. You squeeze a sponge so tight, it doesn't serve a purpose. It's not going to absorb shit. It ain't going to absorb anything. You release control of it. Oh, then it has a purpose. It's going to soak up everything you want it to. Because you're not squeezing the living hell out of it. Stop trying to control things. Let's look at the turtle. Slow and steady wins the race. King of Pentacles, Four of Wands, both in reverse. The Magician and the Five of Cups in the... Oh my god. This masculine energy. Why does this feel like a shift all of a sudden? Like I feel like these like roles just flipped all of a sudden. And it's just like, okay, so this is done. Okay, we're done with this read. This just feels like a completely separate read. This feels like a relationship all of a sudden. Like this just feels like completely separate. This, remember how I said this felt like a tower moment? Like this just feels like a shift now. So it's like, okay, that's done. Tower moment. That's why it felt like a tower moment. It's just like completely different energy. Okay, get it. With slow and steady wins the race, we have a King of Pentacles in reverse, we have Four of Wands in reverse, we have a Magician, and the Five of Cups. This feels like somebody coming to the realization that a dynamic they're invested in with a King of Pentacles is not stable enough for them. They're realizing that they can do it on their own. Magician. Yep. At least this is what they think. Because they're keeping their heart closed. And Two of Cups. You want to know what this is? This is your runner. This is your runner. That's why it's a tower. It's a self-imposed tower. And that's why it felt so disconnected, because it's kind of like they're choosing to go right back to the beginning of it. They're not continuing it. They're kind of like, oh, I learned it and now I forgot it. Let me go all the way back to the beginning. It's your runner. Because they're not seeing it clearly. This is Mercury, Neptune, and Jupiter all hanging out in Pisces. They're dropping a very strong connection because they're choosing to run. They're choosing to run. They feel empowered. They feel like, yeah, I can do this for myself. I feel great. I feel great. But they're choosing to run from a really strong connection that they most likely could have thrived in. Sweet results await. Ace of Swords. They could have had all this happiness, and they're like, no, I wouldn't have had that. I wouldn't have had that. Chariot. And that's what the divine had in store for them. They would have given them all of this. All of this. And they could still have it. I don't think that they're done with this, to be honest with you. 6 of Wands in reverse. They sabotage this. This is their sabotaging behavior. They're a runner. But you have a choice. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles. Justice. Hangman. Temperance. There's the reconciliation in the 4 of Pentacles. Like I said, it's not done. They're stuck with this person. Like no, they're stuck with them. Yeah, 7 of Wands, because their person's really stubborn. 5 of Pentacles, they're going to come out of the cold. 4 of Cups, okay, I'll take your cup. Let's get back together. There's the Tower. Let's get back together, woo! 10 of Cups in reverse, I regret losing this. And there's the Fool, new beginning, yeah. Why do you do this to me? Why? Why do you drive me crazy? So, let's talk about this little emotional. This was a tantrum, basically, is what just played out here. There's somebody having a tantrum. Real quick. They're like, nope, you have too much control, and I need to exert my power over you, and I'm independent, and I can do this by myself. Stomps away, right? I'm free. Oh, my heart's broken. I want my person. Right? They come on back. They realize that, oh, grass is not greener on the other side. Even if I do feel in my power and on my own, I still feel like I'm missing the thing that I had just started to open, my heart, right? Justice and the Hangman, they realize that there's a contract here that they have to repair. And with the Hangman, it's teaching them very big lessons, right? Dark night of the soul with the Hangman, okay? The Hangman is about going through awakenings. And this individual is like running from this awakening, running from these big realizations. And then they go and they're like, okay, I'll surrender to it. Temperance, the reconciliation, but also the balance of the masculine and the feminine energy. Realizing like, okay, I just got to release control. I need to stop holding on to this sense of control, the sense of I need to protect myself. That if I give control to somebody else, it means that I'm in danger, I'm vulnerable, and they're going to hurt me. So they come out of the cold. They're a little defensive, 7 of Wands, right? Because they're wanting to protect themselves. But they're like, okay, fine. I'll accept the cup that you're offering me. I'll accept your love. I know that I kind of messed things up here and I caused some damage in our relationship. But now the universe is helping us restore that. New beginning. 8 of Wands. Ain't going to move too quick because now they kind of dig themselves a little bit of a hole. There's some more healing to do. Right? Because they be playing with some emotions. That's why I'm saying, like, don't make crazy decisions right now because people are a little all over the place. Okay, let's look at White Raven Spirit. Like I said, nobody knows what to think or what to feel. The eyes are covered and the heart is closed. Confusion. The confusion, an illusion, and there's the moon. They think they know. Oh, I see everything clearly. No, they don't. And bottom of the deck. Stress, anxiety, overwhelm. What do I do? But I see everything clearly. Oh, I'm so confused. But everything's fine, right? No. Nope. Impulsive action. Knight of Swords. They're so eager to get out of the state of like anxiety and fear that they want to take action, but they don't realize that like taking action is like pouring more oil on the fire. Like just let the dust settle. Stop moving because you're creating more dust in the dust storm. Just chill out. Just take a breather. Okay? Moral of the story, balance your masculine and feminine. Don't take action right now. Go with the flow and everything's going to be fine. All play out. This relationship's not going anywhere. Whether it's romantic, a friendship, a family relationship, a work dynamic, like it's going to be repaired. You're going to have some power struggles for sure, but just chill out, Cubs Cap. Okay. What do I want to use as an oracle deck? I don't want to use Shaman's Dream. I don't. I know for Patreon I've been using that a lot. I just don't really feel like using that for I kind of want to use the Dragon Oracle for some reason. Yeah, I've been really feeling that lately. I feel the need to use it. I feel like we're going to get some very like galactic things. And I like galactic things. get some galactic messages on Patreon. The collective's a little bit more 3D because it's just like a bigger group. Yeah, there it is. Alpha Dragon, masculine energy, alpha, right? Harness divine masculine power of creation. Destroy the old. Destroy the old. Please. Please. Don't go back to it. Just get rid of it. Visualize your dream and help to manifest a new world. Orange gold dragon from Arcturus opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future. Be a guiding light. Be the domino that starts the domino effect. Bottom of the deck, we have Earth and Water Dragon. Creates the foundation for new growth. A fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest abundance. Kapowie. Yes. I'm a fan, Stan. I am a fan, Stan. Very nice. I love it, my dears. I love it so much. Yeah, so we're definitely entering into a new cycle. It's just the need to be like divine masculine energy always reminds me of like Saturn energy, especially with like the black dragons in this deck. Always there's a black dragon of Saturn, and then this alpha dragon always reminds me of Saturn energy too. It's the need to just like, it's honestly like the energy of like maturing, like just becoming more mature and handling things from a mature perspective, and you know, maturing mentally, emotionally, spiritually. For yourself, getting to know yourself, building that relationship with self, and in turn, it's going to help you build the relationship with other people, okay? I totally read that message wrong, Lex. I was like, be the what? But I love you guys, and if you want more readings like this, check out Patreon. Patreon, we tend to have a lot more like spiritual readings, because when the YouTube collective, like think about it, it's a much larger collective because it's like the world, and there's a lot more different frequencies. So there's people who are like at a very new awakening, there's people who've been dabbling in spirituality for a while, people who've been in it for a long time, you know. And the patron collective we have, it tends to be more spiritual based readings, so we get things about like Atlantis or like awakenings or Lemuria or higher consciousness energy or Gaia. So if you're into you're funny, if you're into things like that, and readings like this, we have both of that on Patreon. So Patreon includes monthly readings, moon cycle readings, weekly readings, and the moon cycle readings and the weekly readings are always live. The monthly readings are recorded, and we also now do meditations and energy work for our last tier, and every tier except the supporter tier, which is just like a tier, it's $1 a month, but that's our donation tier. Every tier gets $11 discount, and then they get how much they pay a month as a discount as well towards services on my website. Sorry, I was like reading and then my brain also tapped out. But yeah, guys, if you want to check out Patreon, I also give away free 10-minute readings to all new patrons at the beginning of every month for the first 15 days or for the whole month sometimes. But check it out. And if you have questions, just email me or message me on here. Let me know. But I love you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the collective reading, and just be kind to yourself right now. For real. Be kind to yourself and practice things that help you grow as an individual right now. For real, it's time to focus on you and not to give so much time and energy to the things in the external world. Okay? But I love you. I wish you the best, and I'll see you next time.